Yo, what is going on, Knicks fans? Welcome back to Knicks Media. My name is Richie, and I just got home from Madison Square Garden. I was at this game, so the recap video is coming out a little later than I would like, but the Knicks completely blow out the Toronto Raptors. I know they only won by, 14 points, but if you watch this game, it was a blowout after the first quarter. The Knicks completely just looked so good in this game. I was sitting there at Madison Square Garden with my uncle, my dad, my brother-in-law, and I'm just looking at these Knicks just completely dominating the Toronto Raptors. I'm like, I do not want to take for granted how good this Knicks team is, man. I mean, watching them execute and move the ball and play fast and just play with grit, hustle for loose balls, get the second chance opportunities, having players off the bench like Cameron Payne getting 19 points or something like that in 15 minutes of action. OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, 31 points apiece. Jalen Brunson had 0 points at some point, like 2 minutes left in the second quarter or something. I looked up and Jalen has 0 points and we're up by 19. I'm like, that's how good this team is, bro. Our captain isn't even having a good game and we're still able to dominate. I know the Toronto Raptors are not a good team right now, but it's still refreshing and I'm never going to take for granted how good these New York Knicks are. Neither should you, Knicks fans. I promise you that. So I'm excited to share my thoughts and I definitely want to get your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Big shout out to the usual BetUS for being the proud sportsbook sponsor of Knicks Media all season long. We talked about it last video. The MVP odds are still at plus 8,000 for Cat, and I feel like the value's there. Now, I know, again, he's not in the race today, but I'm predicting in a month or two he's going to be in the race. I probably don't see him winning this award because of the Joker over there in Denver, but I do think it is worth looking after and keep an eye on the MVP race. So if you guys want to take advantage of a 150% bonus, don't forget to use the code YouTube150. Start playing today with an exclusive offer. Get 125% on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000. The number one online sportsbook is BetUS, and they got awesome basketball props all season long. Big shout out to them. Please bet responsibly, folks. Now, this game was important for the Knicks to take care of business. We want to make sure we protect the home court, and we have a lot of easy games coming up on the schedule. And you got to be able to take care of business, and this is what the Knicks do, all right? What we saw in this game, highlighting OG Anunoby, who is the highlight reel right now, the player of the game in my opinion. He was 13 of 15 in this game. The Knicks crowd was loving everything OG was doing. Every time he had the ball, they wanted him to go shoot it. And you know why he had a little pep in his step in this game going up against his former team in the Toronto Raptors, right? You know, RJ Barrett over there, Emmanuel quickly still injured, unfortunately. And you can just tell, man, the Knicks won the trade. We went into Minnesota. We proved that we won the Cat trade. And now we go up against the Raptors again, and we proved to win that OG trade. Leon Rose just knows how to trade, man. It is a beautiful thing to see. And it's cool to see the two guys that he traded a lot of our players for, right? Trading Emmanuel quickly and RJ Barrett for OG Anunoby, trading Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo for Karl Anthony Towns. That's not an easy thing to do because let's not forget at the time, you know, Quickly and RJ were fan favorites. I know Quickly more than RJ for some fans, but they had a piece of our hearts as Knicks fans. That's not an easy thing to do if you're president of the Knicks because he's going by business. He's not acting by emotion, right? And then the Knicks trade away another fan favorite in Dante DiVincenzo. I know Julius Randle is not as beloved by the Knicks fan base as much as Dante. And now you see Dante is not even playing well at all, and Randle as well. So it's really cool to see both these guys completely dominate in this game and just take over. And I looked up at the box score at Cat's numbers by the end of the game, and I looked at my brother-in-law, Michael. I'm like, that was the most effortless 31 double-double, near triple-double I've ever seen. I mean, Cat is just, you watch him in person, bro, he's a freight train going to the rim, and then he have that finesse, just no-look passes, just absolutely dominating every single time down the court, man. Big shout-out to Karl Anthony Towns, an efficient 11 of 15 from the field, 31 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, man. Doesn't get better than that. Mikal Bridges remains hot in the month of December, 14 points. Jalen Brunson had an off night tonight, but it doesn't matter because this Knicks team is that deep and dangerous. Josh Hart, 11 points, the heart and soul of this team. And the bench, man, it was great to see Cameron Payne get hot when he did. Deuce McBride coming in right off the bench playing well. Precious Achiuwa with the big block and a couple big plays as well. And then the Knicks fan base wanted to see Tyler Kolek and Landry Shamet and all the boys. Shout out to Landry Shamet, by the way. Just got re-signed by the Knicks, and he went out there in garbage time and hit a shot. Hopefully he can, get healthy and get rhythm, and maybe he'll have an impact on this team down the stretch if his name is called. So big shout out to the Knicks for getting this W. Listen, not a win where we're going to be jumping for joy here, but it's a win that you got to get against a team that is not as good as you when you're trying to separate yourself in the East and go on a little run. The next game is on Christmas Day against the San Antonio Spurs. That's going to be an awesome time. So Knicks fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments. A big win for the Knicks. Let's keep it going. That's 4 in a row, baby. I'm telling you right now, this Knicks team is only going to get better and better as the season goes on. We are a dangerous basketball team. When I was sitting there watching this game in Madison Square Garden, I just was taking it in because I remember how bad this Knicks team has been for years and years and years and years and years. I don't forget those bad days in these good days now as a Knicks fan, and neither should you, Knicks Nation. So sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts right now. Hit the thumbs up button. Big shout out to BetUS again for sponsoring today's video. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody. I love you all. I'll catch you in the next video. Let's go, Knicks, man. I'm pumped up after being at that game. Talk to you later, folks. Let's go.